What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Stream Key podcast, where we talk each week about how to level up your streaming game. I am finally here with Velok and Khalisi here on the show today. Khalisi's third time, I think, on the show so far. Is that right?
Second.
Second? Did I not do?
Second.
Yeah, you're right. Second, because I thought you'd been on an interview. We'll do an interview someday once I get proper PC setup stuff. But how are you doing today? How's life?
Doing pretty good. You know, I'm on the other side of the world. Not really, but 2 hours behind, so it's a little early for me.
Yeah, definitely a little early in the morning, but thanks for getting up and being here with us. And then Vel, once again, back with us. How's it going today, Vel? How you doing?
Going good.
It's good.
No, it's good, man. Week's been cool. Yeah, it's been a good week. How about you?
Same here, more or less. Pretty good week. Besides this morning, but I think we'll be okay now, fingers crossed. But yeah, so much to talk about this week in terms of Twitch news. And really, okay, this always happens with the Friday shows. Something happens like Thursday night or Friday morning that we have to talk about. So I can never really, like, I was trying to give Khalisi the news and stuff for this show for this week. And of course, like, all this stuff explodes at the last minute last night. So if you guys missed it, there's been a lot of talk on Twitter about stream coaching, which if you listen to this podcast or if you're interested in educational Twitch stuff, you probably know about. And of course, we're very passionate about that. So we're going to be breaking that down a lot during the course of this show. And a couple other things that are miscellaneous. Some really quick Twitch news I saw. They made tags. I think they persist across sessions now. So if you tag your stream with all the new tags they added, you don't have to keep doing that every time you go live. They kind of saved now, which is pretty nice. And then the other thing I saw was Streamlabs launched an app store, which is pretty cool. I haven't gotten the chance to look through it and see all the apps yet, but there are a few that people were showing off at TwitchCon. So it's cool to see that Streamlabs is just creating a platform for cool new streaming apps like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys see anything else with Twitch news that I missed over the last week or anything big?
No, it's just the tweets. That's the biggest thing for sure.
Oh yeah.
By far the biggest thing.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Because this all happened last night. So I guess we should go ahead and kind of explain it for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. Basically, last night, well, okay, I think it started with, if you guys know Ashnichrist, very kind of related to this podcast, she put out a series of tweets basically talking about trends that she sees with her clients for coaching, for things that work as streamers. So examples are like streaming fewer days in the week, having a shorter starting soon stream or screen, stuff like that she has seen success with her clients. And then we don't know, but we think that Lirik saw this. You guys probably know Lirik. And he put out a tweet basically saying, if you need stream coaching, you shouldn't be streaming, or you shouldn't be doing that. And also said, also you can't teach luck. So that has sparked this huge firestorm of either people agreeing or very much disagreeing with him on Twitter. And that is what we're going to kind of unpack today, I think, with this podcast with Vel. Vel is actually working with us as a stream coach, or is planning to soon. So some relation there. And then Khalisi, we actually talked with about stream coaching in the past. She didn't want to go through it. So hopefully this will be a cool kind of panel of like different opinions on stream coaching, and we can get some good callers to bring their topics on the show too. So if you guys want to call in, just type !stream key. You can join the Discord and come on the show to bring up your point on the topic or any other topic related to streaming. But yeah, so first of all, I would just kind of get your guys' thoughts in general on the whole situation. I'll start this with Velok, since you were just reading through all the tweets just now. What's like kind of your overall impression of what's going on?
So it was weird because there's a lot of people who have some form of credit in something that were backing Lirik and what he said. Cliffy B said he like gave like a 100 emoji, and then I can't remember who the other person was, but they said totally agree and stuff like that. It's like people who have seen success in anything agree with Lirik, it seems like. But I mean, as everybody here knows, like the earlier you start, the easier it is, and I think that's something that Lirik had. And like, I'm not taking any credit away from Lirik at all. Like, he's done crazy, awesome things on Twitch and deserves everything that he has, and he has worked his ass off. But it's so much more competitive now than it has ever been, and I think that's what a larger portion of people are on board with, is that, you know, like, what's wrong with trying to perfect your craft? I guess.
Yeah, definitely. That's one consistent argument I've seen a lot. Khaleesi, I want to get your initial impressions too of just reading through everything going on Twitter and around stream coaching. What are your kind of overall thoughts so far?
I think it's pretty hilarious. So Lyric's getting roasted out of his mind for it. But no, it's I mean, it's interesting. Like, of course they wouldn't think that might have something to do with it, because you know they did have the luck and the timing of literally streaming when there was barely any streamers as competition. I read one of them, like Tim the Tapman replied to it. He's like, I literally never heard of this till today.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's almost not true, because I mean, maybe so, because maybe he lives in his own little world. I'm sure he does, because he doesn't have to think about trying to stream hard. He's already made it. But it just feels kind of weird that you wouldn't know it's a thing. Maybe only because it's like growing more so nowadays than it was beforehand. But it's just like so some of the comments, you know, like that's like saying a professional athlete doesn't need a coach in order to be or otherwise you shouldn't be a professional athlete. Like I mean, just things like that. It's silly. But I also don't think you need to make a big fuss about it. Like, I don't think that Lirik should care that much. I mean, obviously he's going to put his opinion out there. You know, he gains traction with it. He's in the public eye. You know, he can make an opinion about it. But at the same time, it's like, what do you even care what someone else is trying to do to, you know, succeed? Like, some people don't know all the things that you might consider common sense while streaming, and they need help. And it's like, well, what do you care? You have 30,000 viewers already. Like, just, you know, do your thing and let them do theirs.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That I was watching Ashnichrist stream last night and talking to her about it a little bit, and that was her big thing, is like she feels like these people almost don't want others to succeed or other people to improve what they're doing. And it's also like, it's such a foreign concept to them, because I mean, I say them, but it's Lirik is sort of like the head of this, just because it was such a different time. And one of the things that I brought up with Ashley is, if Lirik started streaming today, doing what he does on Twitch, I don't think he would see the success that he did however many years ago. Right. So it's just the platform changing, sort of. And I think if you're at the point where like you don't need to worry about so much how to, you know, create your brand or whatever, because it's already there, then you just don't see or think about this kind of thing. So it seems to me like this is the type of tweet that Lirik kind of just put out a gut reaction to. Like, he saw something, whether on Twitter or YouTube or whatever, and you know how people do on Twitter, just sort of had a spur of the moment tweet and was like, I don't think this is smart. I think this is stupid, whatever. And that has kind of sparked all this. I don't know if people think, you know, he thought about it a lot and whatever. If you guys want to call in and give your thoughts on that, I'd love that. I saw someone join the waiting room for a second there. If you guys want to call in, again, join the Discord and just join the waiting room and we'll pull you down. I've seen a couple people hop in there and wait. Just wait for a few seconds and we will grab you, I promise. Just give us a chance to do that real quick.
Well, Lyrik's also unique too, because I mean, not only is he like top 1% of streamers per se, in terms of like how huge he is, but he's also like 0.001% of the people who make it with no cam. Like, he's pretty much I'm excluding, of course, people who might have 100 to 200 viewers or something like that, but someone who's that big, and he's pretty much the only one that I know of. There might be a couple more that really don't use a cam at all, period. And that's kind of like a big thing too, because it's unique in its own way. He got lucky, from what I know, listening to Tally. He started out in Tally's stream as like a moderator or something like that, and the people a long time ago told him, you should stream, you should try and stream, thought he was funny. And so he got a lot of viewers and traction from that, not only the platform being smaller, but just having someone who's already established in your corner when you start. And he does have that personality and sense of humor that he can make the stream entertaining even without a cam.
Mhm.
But most people can't, because a lot of streaming too is reaction. Like, I've no cammed it some days and I get a lot of flack for it, just doing it one day. But a lot of times they want to see your reaction to the stuff you're doing on stream, and that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And even being a girl, it's worse, because I've even seen some girls who stream that do it full time, no cam, and you'll see on Twitter and stuff, they're always complaining. The like one question they always have a hard time with is, no matter what, their viewers, and mostly guys, of course, all they want to know, all they care about is what you look like. And they would just want to see what you look like. They just want to see a cam. And it's like the only thing driving them to be there. And it's just hard to do that way.
Yeah, for sure. So Lirik is, yeah, like you said, even more of an exception to the rule then, because not only is he one of the top streamers, he's probably, to my knowledge, the biggest no-cam streamer. I can't think of someone that's bigger than him.
Absolutely.
I don't really go outside my bubble of who I watch much anymore. But yeah, as far as I know, he's like the biggest and only huge no-cam streamer.
Yeah, definitely the biggest. I've seen a couple others that are big, but I feel like most of them eventually use a cam or are just not nearly quite as big as Lirik. So, but I see a caller from Metal Mike. You want to drag him down, Belloc?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Metal Mike, what's going on, dude?
How you doing, man? Big fan.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in today.
Yeah, no problem.
What do you want to chat about?
So I just started streaming probably a couple months ago. I started playing Friday the 13th and smaller games like that, and I wasn't getting any viewers. So I started playing Black Ops 3, and I started to get viewers, and I don't know if I should stick with that game. I think I'm only getting viewers because it's such a small, not that many people watching it.
Gotcha. So you're just sort of,
I don't know what I should do.
Right. Vel, you've kind of been through a little bit of this recently in terms of new games coming out and things like that. What do you think?
It depends. Like, if you want to go try a newer game out, I would try it and give it maybe a month and see how it goes for you. Like, I had no intention of streaming Fortnite when I first started doing it, but like, I had no intention of like streaming it as often as I do now. But the numbers ended up being really good, and I ended up enjoying the game a lot, and it just kind of worked out. And I think I've been steadily growing since then. It really depends on what you want to do yourself.
All right.
The main thing is, like, you need to make sure you're having fun with the game.
Yeah, I do have fun with I do have fun with Black Ops 3. I mean, I had fun with Friday the 13th too on like Fortnite, but I was not even getting the viewers, like nearly the viewers as I am with this one.
Yeah, for sure. And you want to find a good balance between the two, between like numbers and your happiness with the game itself.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you were thinking of trying to go to a newer game than Black Ops 3, give it a shot and see how it goes. And, I would do a slow transition into that. Like, try to do 2 or 3 streams a week, depending on how many you do. I would do half of the new game and half of the game that you're currently doing right now. That way you don't, just 100% flop to Black Ops 4 or whatever the new game is that you're trying to do, and then realize that you don't like it and you miss the viewers from Black Ops 3, and then just instantly go 100% back to Black Ops 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a balance there in terms of like figuring out. I mean, because it's fun to stream a game that you like to play, but it's also fun to have viewers in your chat and grow a stream. So you kind of have to strike that balance, and it's not something that we can just like flat out tell you which way to go. You'll definitely have to think through it a little bit. And like Belloc said, definitely give yourself like some time to test different things. So if you want to like test out Black Ops 3 versus Fortnite versus Dead by Daylight, like give yourself like a week or so to test that and see like A, how you feel streaming it at the end of the day, and then B, how your channel grows because of that. Then take a step back and look at which of those you think is going to be best for you long term, is what I would say.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Khaleesi, you have anything else to add?
Kind of covered what I would have said probably there.
Okay.
I mean, I play WoW, so don't listen to me. I play the stream killer by definition.
Oh, that still matters.
I mean, they call that game a stream killer for a reason, but at this point, in my streaming career. I don't care. I'm gonna play what I want to play, and if they want to hang out, you know, they suffer through, you know.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Mike, you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I'm just excited to talk to you guys. That's all.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much again for calling in. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you.
See you.
Good, nice topic.
I do play other things too, but WoW's been a bigger one. I try to play some Black Ops just to please and myself. I like Black Ops, but I don't get around to it as much anymore.
Right. Hey, Val, can you drag him back to the waiting room? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch anything because I don't want it to all explode.
Yeah, I'm not used to this part. My bad.
Yeah, all good. All good. I'm training you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a great topic. Pretty good stuff. Cause that's actually something that I've talked with a lot of people in the chat about recently. We're kind of in that same situation of trying to choose which way to go. So hopefully that helps people out. If you guys want to call in to talk about the stream coaching stuff, you're more than welcome to. Or like Mike did, any other topic related to streaming for your personal channel, we'll help out with. One thing I did want to mention that you'll see in the chat now, I forgot to mention, the VIP badges are out, I think as of yesterday. So I put a couple on in the chat. Vel and Khaleesi have it in the chat since they're on the show right now. That's kind of cool though, and I think it'd be worth talking about just how to use VIP badges and overall thoughts. But before we do that, I see OZTV waiting in the chat, so let's go ahead and grab him really quick. Hello?
What's up, man?
OZ?
Hey man, sorry to bother you at work, man. You got a minute?
Yeah, I think we make time.
Hey man, no. Thanks, Valley. I love you too, BB.
What do you want to chat about?
I want to chat about this whole Lirik thing, man. I read through the tweet and, a lot of the replies there, and one really stood out to me. It almost seems like Lirik is trying to do a little bit of gatekeeping on this. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. In that, now streaming has gotten a lot more competitive than when Lirik started. And, I don't know what's wrong with saying, you know what, I'm flailing here. I can't make this up as I go. Why should I have to do all the hard work when, someone is out there willing to help me out? And, if I'm going to throw them some dosh, what's the harm in that? Is that the same as like saying, okay, I got to pay for a game to stream? You're investing in your content and your channel and your brand by seeking out someone who, has already done the hard work. Why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to?
Yeah, I mean, the gatekeeping discussion is one that I also heard from Ashnichrist last night, especially since he is such a big streamer. The stuff that he says like that has a lot of weight to it, and a lot of people will just agree with whatever Lirik says, right? So that's why it's kind of problematic for someone as big as him to make a statement like that. So I definitely agree with that. And as far as like the money side of it and that sort of thing, ProfessorBroman put out a series of tweets, I think this morning, in response to it, because he does like his own podcast, which is similar to StreamKey, like shorter snippets of how to help streamers, and just helps a lot with streamers as part of his channel. One of the things that he said is that, all the information is out there. You don't really need to pay for it, which I actually agree with. If you have the time and the strategy, you can find everything out there that anyone can teach you. What you're paying for with coaching, if you choose to pay for it, is the time saved from researching all that info, as well as like the personal time with that person. So you're choosing to almost not shortcut, but streamline the process by paying someone else to do the research for you and give you a strategy that works, so that you don't have to spend the time doing that yourself. So I think that's important to understand. And again, I think that it's just such a foreign idea to someone like Lirik, who this is such a new concept, right? And he's been doing this for years. So I kind of agree with you there. But I don't know, Khaleesi and Val, do you guys have any thoughts in response to Ozzy's thoughts?
Khaleesi? Oh, me first? Okay. I don't think he's necessarily gatekeeping. Like, I don't think he has to worry about anybody trying to take any of his viewers or anything. Like, he's pretty established, so I don't think he's worried about like keeping people from streaming on Twitch. I think, when he was first starting, yeah, there was a lot less competition, but there was also no resources for it. So there was a lot less competition, but it was a totally new thing that nobody knew exactly what they were doing. So in his mind, yeah, there's in his mind, if you're naturally good at it, that's then that's when you should stream. If you're not good at it, don't stream, because I made it. I didn't know what I was doing. So if you can't figure it out, whatever. I don't know. I think like I know Nada's been saying a lot in the chat. Like, if you're willing to put in the work, why not have somebody tell you, like, give you like a refined version of what you're trying to do? There's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, even the smallest things that could be common sense might not be common sense for you, like what Khaleesi was saying earlier. It's just I don't know. I don't know. There's a few things that you can't coach people on, like you said, like luck. But there's also things like being entertaining in the first place. Like, if you're just not entertaining, you're not gonna be able to tell somebody how to be entertaining, because they just need to figure that out themselves. There's a few things that don't matter that you can't coach somebody on, but there's a lot of stuff that you can help refine. And I think establishing goals with somebody that you're coaching is a huge deal. Like, giving them something to work on every day, that's huge. And I think that's where coaching really, really matters a lot.
No, I totally agree with you. Being entertaining is a huge part of being a streamer. Coming from someone who's a horrible streamer, because I am not entertaining. I fully admit this. I know where
you
my.
You said it, not me.
somebody clip it.
But no, it's true. I know what my strengths are, and being an entertaining, engaging streamer is not where I lie. Maybe a good sidekick on a good day, but if you have that that personality that you can. That's larger than life, or like Veli, who has all that energy out there that just throws it out there, like a bag of Skittles on a desk, and it just goes everywhere. That is like half the battle right there. It's just the and like Green said, paying for that time, saying, okay, I could find it, but is it worth my time to go find it, or is it worth it to save the time and say, okay, give me the resources that you've already done the legwork for, and then give me that one-on-one so you can help me tweak here and there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you can compare it to anything else. I mean, my favorite comparison is like a personal trainer for the gym or something. But I mean, you can compare it to music lessons or dance lessons, like any performance-based practice. The same thing is true, right? Like, all the information is out there. If you're going to sit there and read books and research and listen to podcasts and whatever, the difference by getting a teacher or a coach is that you're bypassing a lot of that and paying for the time, essentially. So I think that's important to understand that.
Well, you're also individualizing the
yes,
the process, right, too, because like most of it is all generic or general high level information, whereas there might be stuff that you are doing right, and all the research that you might do might put you in, but there's like specific things that are unique to yourself as a streamer versus anybody else that you might need to work on, that you can maybe focus in on, or you don't necessarily see yourself. Sometimes having an outside perspective is a lot easier than doing it on your own, because other people will catch things that you might not see, or they might have a different maybe personality from you or something, so they can bring a different side of like maybe as a viewer what they want to see versus what you think they might want to see, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You get that individual feedback and strategy too, and not just like a general, here's what works for everyone. No, here's what works for you and what you should be doing. Yeah, like that. Cool. Ozzy, anything else to add, man?
No, I love your socks, so.
I am wearing the dad socks today. That's a fact.
All right, guys, you have a good one.
You too, man. Thank you so much. Really quickly before we grab Small Panda, saw a question from Beardy, and this is something I think is definitely going to come up. Do we think that it was a publicity stunt from Lirik? I don't think it was. Personally, I'll give him the benefit of a doubt, but I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on whether that might be the case. Vel, start with you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he has no reason to try to be relevant. I mean, he's Lirik. He is relevant. That's like, that'd be like if Ninja tried to do something. Like, nobody's going to assume Ninja's doing anything for a publicity stunt. Just because he's not as big as Ninja doesn't mean, I think he's just voicing his opinion because he knows that people are there and people will listen, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, aside from the only one being Dr. Disrespect, mostly because he's an older dude with a family, and he had like a whole adulthood before Twitch, really. I honestly think of most of the bigger streamers as giant man children. They have no filter. They say whatever they think, and it's not necessarily always a publicity stunt. They just put it out there. That may be wrong, but honestly, like I look at Lirik, I look at people like Shroud stuff. They're just giant man children, and they have tons of money playing video games. Like they just do and say whatever they want. I mean,
change your diaper, Lirik.
How I see it.
I think it's also kind of part of Twitter that way too, because like that's the stuff that I mean, I don't necessarily think it's a publicity stunt, but I do think like he said it in a way that would get attention, sort of, or maybe that's just how he talks. But like that type of tweet was great for Twitter because it was so kind of like condescending and very polarizing. So that's why it got so much attention. Like if he had come out and said, I don't really see the point of stream coaching, it's kind of weird to me or something, but no, he's like, if you need coaching, get off the platform. Like it's not for you. So I think that's why it got so much attention. But
he might have definitely strategized his wording, but the opinion was just unfiltered there.
Yeah.
I really feel like maybe he just thought that in his head and was like, yeah, let's put that on Twitter.
Right. And that's why I said it was very like off the cuff. He just decided to tweet because he saw something. My guess is, looking through all this stuff, he would have changed his mind probably before he tweeted. Now that's out there, he's got to like defend it, I feel like. But I don't know. Fun fact, by the way, if you guys don't know this, Ninja actually taught a streaming course online similar to stream coaching. So it's not personalized, but like you think of like taking an online course, Ninja did that for streaming. So I'm interested to see like if he comes into this discussion at all, because he has experience there. But
somebody get Ninja here right now.
Yep. Somebody chat, please.
Let's just get him on a call real quick.
Yeah. I got his number. Well, I see Small Panda waiting, so let's grab her really quickly.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Always good. What you got for us today?
Okay. So, going back on what Khaly said about it being more individualized. So, before Khaly said that, I had this whole thing in my mind, and then she said that, and I totally lost it. But,
my bad.
No, you're good. You're good, because it actually helped a little bit. So, you know how there's things called YouTube?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, what's that? Hold on, let me Google it.
Right. But, okay, so YouTube has a lot of resources that are pretty decent for those starting out streaming, or even if you're a little advanced in streaming, but it has free resources. However, there are some people who prefer one-on-one coaching. That way they can actually, like you said, get it individualized. And so I think that stream coaching is a brilliant idea. It's brilliant. I mean, it, like Sir Logan Moore said as well, acting coaches are a thing, business coaches, sports coaches, and they all get paid for it, and nobody bats an eye. It's like, okay, you know. So why is stream coaching such a words are hard.
Divisive.
Why is it? Yeah, thank you.
I think the issue is like people. It's such a different and new thing for people to want to be successful with just playing video games. And that's what it is. Like that, like you want to make money by not doing anything is like the instant like thought that people have. Even my family is like, so you just sit there and play video games and people just pay you money. Like it's not like that. Like a lot of real work goes into this, and I think it's just so new and people don't fully understand it yet. That's why like there's always going to be just like this negative connotation to wanting to make money on Twitch.
And very similar to that, like for family that says that, how much experience do they have with Twitch? Like
absolutely none.
Okay, that I think is an important distinction to make with Lirik too, because I can't know this, but my gut tells me that he saw stream coaching for all of 1 minute and then tweeted this out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's important too.
Unfiltered man child.
Change your diaper.
Small, you have anything else related to that you want to add?
No, I mean, you guys are doing an amazing job with just like talking about it and all that stuff. But I just wanted to put it out there that, there's YouTube, but people learn different ways.
Mhm.
So, I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And like you said, like the coaching for sports teams and stuff is the same thing. I think it'll just take a little bit of time before it gets more widely accepted, I guess, is sort of that. And I love actually the fact there's a silver line to all of this. And like we talked about earlier, Tim tweeting out like, I'd never seen this until today. What the heck is that? I think this whole event will actually just create more interest and awareness about stream coaching. So that's pretty cool to see that. I mean, maybe people, they might hate it or something, or think it's weird at first, but they'll know it's out there and it'll be more talked about now, which I think is good in the long run for it being more accepted and pervasive.
And I mean, based on most of the responses, besides from the bigger streamers, like lashing out at Lirik, it seems like it's more of a positive thing towards stream coaching. Because, like, I mean, the names that, Vlad was saying, they're all big streamers, they're all successful. Like, why the heck do they care about coaching? But, like, most of the people defending it are more than likely small streamers who are probably interested in it or think it's a good idea, or who don't have to worry about the whole gatekeeping thing. Because honestly, I feel like it is a thing. They're never going to admit it. They're never going to say it. They're going to see somebody who's small and they're going to be like, a TwitchConner would be like, yeah, I hope it works out. I hope you get successful and 30,000 viewers. But in their head, they're like, no, please don't. Because it could always, if you get enough viewers, if you get 30,000 viewers in your stream, there's a big chance that a lot of those people from the shared other big streams are going to eventually know who you are. And they might like you better than them. And it's always a job security thing for them because streaming is already so rocky in the first place when it comes to long term. You're going to be 50 and still streaming. You're going to want to retire one day. You're going to have enough money to retire. Like, that's always a point in their mind. And whether they're going to tell you that they want you to fail or not, they want you to fail because they don't want to lose viewers.
Yeah, I think
I really think, like, as much as they might want their friends maybe to be successful, it's still a threat to them. That's why the whole thing with affiliates getting more things, partners get pissed because it's taking away from them. It's taking away their uniqueness and giving affiliates more of a chance to become successful.
Yeah, I think that type of thing I would not say is like so intentional, but I think like it's kind of in the back of the minds or like unconscious for a lot of people. Unconscious, especially big streamers who they may not realize it or say it, but like there's that fear in the back of the head that like you have to keep, it's competitive on Twitch, right? Like it's not just your viewers. Like if someone else has these viewers, then I can't have them or something, right? That's like a very basic problem that a lot of people have on Twitch, where it's seen as competition and not collaboration. When in reality, like there's just so much room for viewers and people on the platform that, I mean, no one's gonna be able to like steal your viewers and put you out of business on Twitch. That's just not gonna happen, really.
Oh, not for the bigger ones for the most part. But I mean, they could still key viewers that are very generous per se. Like, usually the big ones share the love, because I've seen top donos from the same person and like 3 or 4 big streamers. But at the same time, you get one who really loves someone, donates them $50,000, and they might give you like 100 here and there, but they used to be your viewer. That can be a changing thing when you get that rich guy that goes to the other stream. I know that's not what it's all about, but for them, it's their big money maker. It's a big deal for them.
Yeah, I see some of that. I mean, I feel like that's probably not where most people make their money, from like big donators, maybe some. So I don't know. I just think in general, like that problem that you described is one that we have to move past as a whole. The idea that like you have to hold on to your viewers and like they're my viewers and no one else can have them. And so I think, again, like even if Lirik or whoever doesn't actually say that or think that, like it's just in the back of the mind at all times. But in any case, did Small Panda leave? Off out. All right, well, thanks for the question.
Thanks again for the topic. Appreciate it.
I do appreciate that. There's some questions in the chat that I'm missing because I don't want to like destroy the computer. But Vel, if you see those coming through, feel free to read them off.
Absolutely.
All right. Maybe I can scroll through here a little bit. Okay. Also, I love Small Panda said like Sir Logan Moore said. It just sounded like some like crazy
like the great
doctor.
knight of 1786.
But that's his actual name, Sir Logan Moore. It just kind of cracked me up. Okay, so this is one topic that I wanted to talk about anyway today. So we'll kind of transition a little bit and probably come back to the coaching debate in a sec. But the idea of holiday streaming. So Spollen Bayou says, how does everyone feel about holiday streams? I think it's a great idea and I hate missing days. But if you're far from family, streaming and being with family may be an ultimatum that family may not understand. Okay. Streaming and being with family. It's kind of worded a little bit weirdly, but basically, what do you guys think about holiday streaming? I mean, we've got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. I know I'm personally going to be traveling a lot for that. I don't know if you guys will be. But how do you kind of... there's two sides to it, right? The first side is how do you plan for like absences with holiday streaming or just preparing to like be away more than usual during the holidays with your stream? I'll start with Vel on this one.
I think letting them know that you're going to be busy during the holiday is huge. I personally, I'm going to try to stream on Christmas Day. I'm going to try to if I'm home. If I'm not home, obviously I won't be able to, but I think doing those kind of streams could be really cool because I mean it all depends on how you want to look at your stream, I guess, but I really like sharing those kind of moments and stuff like that with my community. And it's just, you know, you're already sharing so much of your life with your community. Why not share a little bit more? Why not try to be there with them on like a more special day? You know, like that's the way I look at it. And so I don't know. I'd feel weird not streaming on that day if I ended up not doing it. It'll be the stream quite a lot, and I'm assuming it's a weekday. So if I take like a weekday off and I'm scheduled to stream, that's gonna be especially weird if I don't stream on that day.
Gotcha. So you're gonna still really try to push the stream on the holiday.
Yeah,
holidays.
Absolutely. It might be shorter, and it might be at a different time. Who knows? But I'll try to do something for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Khaleesi, do you have any thoughts around holiday streaming, or maybe any plans for the next couple months with holidays coming up for your stream?
I already disappear a lot anyway, so I don't think they really know. But no, I feel like it just depends on your situation because if you're, it depends on whether you're traveling or whether you're staying at home. If you're staying at home, I feel like a lot of it revolves around when you have festivities. I guess like if your family does stuff more as like a nightly thing, then maybe you can get like a early day stream in, early morning stream in, so that if you still wanted to try and be there, your schedule might be a little different, but you can still get a stream in. Or if you do stuff in the morning, have like a late night stream. But yeah, I mean, telling them communication is obviously the biggest thing. If you still want to do something with your community, but maybe you're traveling, so you don't have your stream set up wherever you're going, I've seen people do like holiday streams for the stream, like even if it's not on that day. Like you might do a Christmas stream the weekend before or the weekend after for your community, even though it's not Christmas Day or something like that. I think just the biggest thing is communication, right? Like they always say, one of the biggest things to streaming successfully is a schedule. And that's the whole thing, is communication is when you're going to be live. So, I mean, if you just dip out for a week like I do and don't tell anybody, then they're going to be like, what the heck? But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea too. The idea of like, if you can't be live or you kind of don't want to be live on the actual holiday, picking a different day to celebrate it on stream, that's a good idea, I think. Because I think it'll sort of vary from person to person. Like Vel clearly wants to stream on the holidays and will be around to do it. So that's awesome. But if you're the person who you're going out of town for a holiday to be with family, or maybe like you actually just want to be, with your spouse or something for that day, finding a different way to celebrate it is a good idea, because there are still cool things to celebrate. And my other half of the question really quickly would be like, if you guys have any, Velok is doing these streams, right? So Vel, do you have like any sort of plans or ideas like for celebrating those events on stream, either Thanksgiving or Christmas or anything else?
I'm not really sure yet. I'm definitely gonna be thinking about it for sure. But As far as making it special and different, I don't know what I'll be doing to do that. Actually, didn't really think about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Dress up as
But
Santa.
I could dress up as a fatter Santa.
Dye your beard white.
Oh nope. Nope. I can guarantee you that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely not. I am getting DMs, messages right now, guys. I cannot check those because as you just heard with the audio, if I touch my computer, the audio goes out. So if you need something, please call in and we can drag you in.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be the best way to call in today and talk with us. I do see some questions in the chat, so I don't know if Vel wants to pick through those a little bit here.
Yeah, Bosch Merchant has a big one.
Yeah.
Let me read through this real quick. I have a question right with stream coaching, and it's such a broad reach. Do you think that there should be specific coaches? I mean, coaches who coach people with family or kids or in specific situations, just like there are offensive and defensive coaches in the NFL, for example. Do you think it will become more niche? At the moment, I see a lot of advice being thrown around, and to be honest, it is so broad and vague, and people commenting on situations they've never experienced it, like full-time when you have kids or not. Basically, the danger of stream coaches at the moment is a lot of people give advice on a lot of situations they have no experience in. Yeah, and that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
I think it's already so new, though, that it would be really hard to try and break it down into like a specialty. Maybe broader specialties. Like I could see if you wanted to be a cosplay streamer, that could be something someone's more dedicated to helping with versus as if you're just like an entertainer. But maybe I feel like it would be getting too specific if you're like trying to be like how to manage it with a family versus being a single streamer. I think that's getting a little too specific for now. It might work in the future, but I feel like it's so new right now that it's just not the right timing for it.
Yeah, I think like life situations like that are hard in terms of like how many people are in your household and like whether you're part-time or full-time or whatever. Like that's hard to kind of categorize. But I do think there's a lot of value in having like specialties for coaches. And that's something that we're kind of experimenting with for true streaming. So White Shadow, for example, is sort of like the technology coach. He's kind of branding himself around that in terms of really having a lot of expertise around streaming setups and tech and mics and cameras and all that stuff. And then, maybe each person has a specialty, whether like Vel's thing is having a lot of energy and how to bring a lot of energy to a stream. So I think having specializations as a coach can be helpful. But I also think Khalisi's right in the sense that it's so new that like any help you get is going to be a lot of help already. And then like later down the line, those specializations will get more important if you like really want to focus on something and you know what that is. But I do think there is some value. Maybe we get to the point where like you like Boss Merchant was talking about with like family situations and trying to transition from like a tech job to streaming or something. Like that seems really narrow to me. But yeah.
There's only so much that a stream coach could help you out with in the first place, no matter how experienced they are. That's going to be like, that's a niche that's not going to be like, you're not going to find a coach that's going to be able to tell you like how to take your job into streaming, like how to I work in logistics in like air export. Like how would I change that and like take that into my experience from logistics and move it on into streaming? Like that's just not going to be a thing because there's no correlation between the two. But there is something really, really important there with having a specific like stream style coach, I think, because I've had like in the beta, there was a couple people or maybe one person and their thing was like, they didn't want to be a super energetic and super talkative streamer. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Like if you I know what works for me and I know what works for me really well for the most part. But if you don't want to stream like me at all, I just like, you don't want to be energetic. You don't want to work on your reactions to things and you don't want to talk to chat all the time. You might need to talk to somebody else.
I mean, I feel like the point we're at right now, it's more about everybody has a general knowledge to help coach you, but there might be people who are better at some things than others at some, like they're all great general coaches, but like you said, like Shadow might be like, I can tell you more about mics and stuff better than like Vlad can.
Right.
Like And if that's his biggest issue, is always having technical issues on stream, like I do, of course, but then that's one thing where you might lean more towards him than Vlog, but they both have that like base knowledge to help you out.
Right. Yeah, definitely. That's the thing, is everyone will have, I mean, if you're a decent stream coach, you'll definitely have some knowledge in every area. But no knowledge there. But really, I think you should be picking a coach based on some expertise that they have, or something that you like about their stream, because that's going to be like the best kind of evidence of what they can teach you, right? Like, you go to a certain coach.
Don't make that thing the numbers that person gets. Like, don't base your coach off of, this coach is doing really well on Twitch, then I should follow them. No.
Right. And that's actually an important part too, is that something to consider is that a good streamer does not necessarily make a good coach. They are different skill sets. Because
like
on one hand, you're
probably not coach you.
I don't think he'll be a coach.
Probably not. Because on the one hand, you're entertaining people. And if you're smart, there's strategy there to what you're doing and you've thought about it. But coaching is about education and teaching people. And that is not the same as making people laugh or being really good at a game or something. So I don't think it'll necessarily be the biggest streamers are the best coaches. It's really people who are good streamers, but also are very good at teaching others about what they're doing. Or probably in some cases, in honesty, people who don't even stream, who just help others, like kind of like streaming consulting or like coaching. Because when you think about like basketball teams, right? Coaches who are like some of the best coaches in the world cannot play basketball, but they know how to teach it very well and how to bring a team together. So I think you'll see some of that come up too. But to start with, it'll definitely be like your stream will kind of be the benchmark for how you are as a coach. Mm-hmm. So anyway, there's a lot of depth there.
Saying, those who can't do, teach.
Yes, exactly.
What are you trying to say? Is that why you didn't want to be a coach? Tell me the truth right now.
I'm too good for it.
We did ask Khaleesi to do it before, and she turned us down, slapped us in the face.
She agrees with Lirik, is what it sounds like.
And the dog too.
No, the dog is innocent.
I'm seeing a lot of comments on chat, guys. If you want to give your thoughts on it, please call in. This is a great show for it because there's so much passion behind this topic. So the calls are wide open now if you want to join us and give your thoughts.
And definitely tag us in the comment if you have a question. Like if you can't call in and you can only do it in Twitch chat, like tag either TRUgaming or I think probably TRUgaming would work for you, right? And then Belloc_TV for me.
And if you ask the question, please feel free to re-ask it because chat moves fast.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to put it there a couple times till we see it.
You guys just like not talk so much so we can get to these questions, please. Thanks. Would love that. Hard kappa on that. Okay.
There is something in the live topic submission though. Do you want to check that real quick, Vel, in the Discord? I'm afraid to click on it because everything will break and die.
Oh, Small Panda took what Bosch Merchant was saying.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay. There's a comment from Sir Logan. I don't know if it's a question though. I don't think it's a question. So, oh well. There was something else. Oh, okay. VIP. So we didn't really get a chance to talk about this. So while we're waiting for calls and questions to come in, let's talk about the VIP badge, which is live, and you guys saw it in the chat a little bit with Khaleesi and Vel if they're chatting. So to answer someone's questions that I saw, yes, it is the same across every channel as far as I understand. Similar to like a moderator badge or a streamer badge. It's just uniform across the platform. But I'm curious because this was announced about a month ago, a little bit less, I guess. And I know Vel had some thoughts right off the bat about it. It's been out for a day now. I don't know if you've had the chance to use it, Veloc, or Khaleesi, but general thoughts of it so far. We'll kind of revisit that. Vel, what do you think?
I don't know how I'm going to use it when I do. I'm assuming I'm going to use it. But my thing is like I don't know how to use it without making things instantly weird, and I really dislike drama to a huge extent. So anything that could like potentially make somebody think one person is liked by me more than somebody else, that's just already like that's too much stress that I don't want to have to deal with because like that's just whoa. The backlash that you could receive from someone being like, this person got VIP, I've been here for this long, I've been here this many days. Like if you're here for recognition, like that will show instantly if they don't get VIP but somebody else does. And like that is a huge worry for me, because I don't think anybody should be anywhere for recognition. But I really the drama just terrifies me.
I can't do the drama again, man.
I'm shaking, chat. Okay.
So are you just gonna basically not use it for now, or what do you think?
Until I can think of something that works well in my mind, like either way, I think like I don't know whether there's drama or not. I have to do something. Like I can't just totally leave something out like that. Like that's just not cool. So I'll have to figure out a method that works for me and makes sense for my channel and for me personally.
ACN Anime Dude said, simple, just give everyone VIP. There you go.
If I could, I probably still wouldn't do that.
you only get so many passes for it too.
Yeah, how large
I think it's like
is.
the flat one is like 10 to start, and then I guess based on your viewership and followers and stuff like that, it goes up. I just read it briefly.
Gotcha. Khaleesi, what do you think about the VIP badge though? You think that you'll use it, or any ideas for that?
I don't know yet, but the only way I could see it, like unless you just don't care or don't mind a little bit of the drama, the only way I could see it being used without implementing those things is through like some sort of competition where it's fair, making it like a competing thing for something, or making it based on facts, not just like your personal choice opinion, like taking it out of your hands. For example, saying the top 5 people who have the most hours in the stream or something like that for the month get VIP for a month. Or if you want to do it permanently, like the top 5 people who have the most hours in my stream always, like if you use a point system or something or some way of tracking that, you know, get VIP status. If you lose your 5th rank, you go drop to 6th, and that, you know, you get booted, and you know, something that's like taking out of your hands so that you're not deciding who it is. You're like, look, it's out of my control. Be here more if you want it, you know, like, like
love me.
It's not my decision anymore. If you want a VIP, be top 5 in the stream forever, you know.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, making it like objective.
Yeah, like doing something that doesn't make it be like, oh, you just like him more than me. I'd be like, no, he's just here more than you. Like I can't control that. And, you know, some people might come back with me, you know, like I work, I can't be here as often. That sucks. And I'm like, well, that sucks. You just don't get a VIP badge.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
Seriously.
No,
though.
Just kidding.
But I feel like something like that would help take it out of your hands and make it more like objective based. And if they really want a VIP badge, because I mean, you got to think about what VIP means in the real world even, right? Like there's something special, there's something exclusive about it, and usually it's not the dude at the country club who goes every 5 minutes or every like once a couple months. It's that dude who's there every single week.
Yep.
You know, every day, you know, doing that kind of thing. They treat him better than the guy who comes in once a month because they're giving him all his, well, it's a different situation. You may not be giving me all your money.
Or is it?
But
tell us, Khaleesi, is it?
but like it's that guy who comes in who's always there. They know your name. They don't know the dude who comes in once every couple months' name. It's just different, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a smart way to do it, is objectively, so that it's based on just hard facts and not like you picking people based on some system or whatever you feel like people should have. I think it will be important that you think about how to do it and have a system for it. So I just tested it out today because I wanted to see it live. So I gave it to you guys since you're podcast guests. So that's sort of like an objective thing. Like if
because we deserve it.
Well,
I get to keep that, right? No.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking, right? What's cool about this is there's no default way to use it. Like you have the total option to use it how you want to. And I like that. So it gives people kind of the creativity and freedom to use it how they like. So we could use it for podcast guests that day or something and change it out each day. One thing I thought of is we could give it to employees, or some other system like you mentioned. I know I talked to Dan the Dapper right after this came out, and he talked about using it for like other streamers that he's networking with or something. So that could be a different way. So instead of viewers, it's only for streamers that you're kind of collaborating with. So I think it all comes down to the execution on each person's part. Because I like, just in general, the fact that we have something new to give to viewers, and there's more ways to customize your stream now. It just matters that you do it in the right way. And I think that, I mean, it's similar to anything else, right? Like you can mod every viewer in your chat, or you can mod friends who wouldn't necessarily deserve it or make good use of it. It just kind of comes down to how you use it in the end. So
I always thought, like, to keep it less biased, to maybe someone might want to use it if they have a lot of like real life friends or family or stuff that watch your stream too. Like those people might get a leg up on you know, people you know in real life, and like I have brothers and stuff who pop in every now and again, like, you know, that might, and it's like, I'm sorry, do we have the same parents? Like, no, okay, why you don't get a VIP badge? This is the way it works in this channel, you know, that kind of thing. So
yeah, and even that's still based on objectiveness, right? Because I mean, are you a sibling? Yes. Okay, you get it. No. Okay, you don't. Basically like that.
But I mean, some people might not have that dynamic. Like, you know, my brothers more so are like gamers too, and then they watch Twitch and do that sort of thing. But like my parents, I would never tell them my Twitch channel name in my life. They would disown me so hard. No, but yeah, I mean, so it just depends on like whether that's a big part of like your real life thing, or you keep that totally separate. That wouldn't be something that would work for you, but it's just another example of a way that you could use it. Right,
exactly. Yeah, so it all depends on that, and how you want to do things. If you guys are watching right now and you want to call in and give your thoughts on the VIP badge, how you might use it, ideas that you have for your stream, or maybe ways that you've seen other people use it, because I mean, I honestly just haven't had a chance to really research it yet, since it only came out yesterday. So I don't know if someone's already found
ideas, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we've like what Khaleesi was saying about like the most like the people who spend the most time on your channel, or like what Dan said about, you know, streamers that you're networking with. Like that's really cool, and it's also scalable. So you have to, like, one thing I'm seeing a lot of in chat is like, maybe I'll do it for people who have been subbing for this many months. Like, what are you gonna do when there's 30 people who sub for 6 months? You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have enough sub badges or VIP badges, and it's not gonna mean anything if you're just doing that for everybody. So like, you have to find something that's scalable for growth with your channel. And I think like the most, like, people who view the channel the most is a good idea. And, you know, definitely networking with streamers, that one's sticking out to me quite a lot, to be honest. I really like that.
Yeah, good old Dan with those ideas.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, depending on how many people are in your channel too, like if you get 30 VIP badges and you have 300 people in your channel, you can easily just say the top 30 people who have the most hours, you know, that kind of thing. Or I mean, that definitely scales well, because it's a set number of people, no matter how many people there are. You know, like if you want to do top 10, top 5, whatever, it's a set number, and you don't have to. Even if you grow to 5,000 people,
right, and
you only have 50 badges, there's only 50 slots for the amount of hours. You know, there could be 70 people who have the same amount of sub months, but don't. Yeah. I mean,
top 10 donators of all time.
It works. Like people don't want to say it's about the money and stuff like that, but I mean, big streamers, they sell out all the time. Tim Tapman's one of the biggest sellouts there is on Twitch, probably. But like, I mean, he does top D links only. You know, like I'm not clicking your link.
What did you say about my favorite stream?
I'm not gonna click your link unless you literally donate above the top D right there, and that kind of thing works. Is like, if you want a VIP badge, donate $5,000, you get one. There you go. I could definitely see people doing it, because I mean, when they're that big, they're comfortable with it. People know the game, and people are willing to donate that much to get it too. I guarantee you there would be people donating $1,000 to Tim if he said that $1,000 get a VIP badge. He'd have it. He'd have people who would do it 100%.
You're right, probably. Yeah. I mean, that's why like it's all comes down to how you want to do it, because technically nothing's right or wrong. It's sort of like just more morally or whatever you want to run your stream like, you know? If you want to make it about the money, then that's up to you. It's your stream. You do it how you want to.
You use it as like a billboard. Like that's advertisement for me in Tim and Tatman's channel. Like if you were to do that, like I'll do
true, actually.
Whatever amount of money you want to do. Like sure, like people see that in the chat, they'd be like, oh, this guy's a VIP. What did he? Let's go check him out. Advertisement, bro. Let's go.
That's really interesting, actually. Now that's making me think.
If I was a big streamer, I would totally do that. Be like, use this chat as a billboard for you. We're good.
Huh. That's really interesting.
That is a tax write-off. Dang, dude.
I paid for VIP badge.
Yeah, I did it for advertisement. It's for my stream. Thank you.
Oh, it might actually be. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Taxes.
Let's talk about your tax. No,
maybe not. Anyways, it was a good discussion. Yeah, Blue Kitty, it's totally up to you how you want to use them. Are you missing any chats from live topic submission? I can't tell because I can't check it.
I haven't seen any real questions or anything.
Okay. Let me pull up the Discord on my phone, actually. That's a better idea. So I can look through there. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, now is a good time to ask questions. If we missed yours earlier, I know we missed a couple from people who were in the chat that were just going fast. So please feel free to do that or join the voice calls because they are wide open right now. So you can come right on the show and give your thoughts on stream coaching or anything else that we've discussed or something brand new that we have not discussed. Let me know.
Tiffany has a good idea. She says, I want to use it frivolously and revoke it freely. Good joke, VIP. You don't like my favorite soda? Un-VIP. Solid idea.
I mean, honestly, that could work too. Make it like a meme or make it trolly. Like, it definitely works that way. Like, you'd be like, I don't like you this week. I'm taking away your VIP badge. Like,
I'm the VIP now, okay?
Only I get it.
Look into my eyes. I'm the VIP.
Like, that person's your favorite of the week. You said something solid that is like gold for the week. That's the best thing I've heard. You get a VIP this week. Next week, you tell me I'm ugly. I'm gonna take it. Like, I could see people that are definitely making that a thing. Like, make it so where it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's
make
a cool
it
idea.
Where it just you change it up, change who gets it, and it's literally just for fun. Make it a fun thing.
You can make it the dunce cat with someone in the chat or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you could turn VIP into a negative thing. People have the positive vibes for it, right? But like, make it in your channel. If you have VIP,
oh man,
very special person.
I love.
You're a very special person.
Everybody make fun of him.
Yeah, like
very idiotic person. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect, Beardy.
It's like one of those things. Like, well, my mom always told me I was special. Is like she wasn't complimenting you. That's like the kind of thing that you can make it into your stream.
It's like a sarcastic gold star.
Mm-hmm. Like, congrats! You say you want a cookie? Like, here you go. Here's your VIP badge.
The image of it. You know, like it'd be cool if you could do something that like identifies to what you want it to be in for your branding. And if you could like change the name of it, that would be cool.
That'd be funny.
Like a big monka-esque kind of symbol on there, like, oof.
Yeah, exactly. Asian anime dude says in Korea they honor all the trolls, so you know when you see the honor badge, it's a troll. Chat. That's pretty good. It'd be really funny if like Twitch as a culture, just everyone started doing that, like using the VIP badge as an insult.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Twitch would get so mad.
You'd be like, no. I don't want it.
You're marked.
Get it off. Exactly. You got like a big target on your back.
Yeah.
In chat. Like, make fun of this guy.
Beardy had a question up in the chat. I can't scroll to see it right now. So Vel, if you can take a look at that really quickly.
Let's see. You're talking about did I just scroll up?
He tagged me in something. I think it was a question.
He tagged you. Okay. Let me look for that could be a thing though. 10 badges, top chatter badge, top dono badge, top memer badge, etc. TRUgaming. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Yeah, top dono badge and top chatter badge. That'd be interesting.
I kind of have that with bits and stuff already a little bit.
Yeah.
I would definitely think that, you know, donations and bits and stuff could work. But I don't necessarily seeing it being as successful for like, or not being weird for smaller streamers. I see it being a big thing with like people who have plenty of people, but because, you know, it's just, and it's, I just feel weird about it being like, hey, I got 10 viewers in my chat, but, you know, you VIP badges when you donate me a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it for multiple things. Like you could have so many VIP badges. Like say, like you have 10. Like you could have a specific reason to hand out each individual one. That way, like it could change all the time. Like this person, they've been like, it could be your idea, Khaleesi. Like they've been watching me the most for the past month, and it could do something like what Dan wanted to do. Like this is one streamer that I'm working with currently, so I want to give them VIP. This person is a meme, and everybody needs to make fun of them. They should get VIP. And then this person donated the most. This person cheered the most. Like, you know, all that stuff. Like you could.
It's like
it doesn't have to be the same criteria. Yeah,
to gather them all. If you get multiple VIP badges, that'd be hilarious. Like all the achievements.
I feel like mixing those with the meme one would be bad though, because this one guy that you really want to like appreciate, but then you have one for the really dumb guy in your chat, and it's be like, well, which one's which?
In my
same person.
That would be an easy tell, because it would probably just be not a TV the entire time that gets that one, because we all just make fun of him anyway.
Yeah. Okay. The biggest thing though is I like that there's so much room for you can run it however you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that idea, and I'm sure we'll see more funny or good ideas come out of ways to use that. So, but yeah, if you guys know like ways people are already using it creatively, let us know. I'd love to hear more about that. Just haven't had a chance to see anything yet since yesterday. So, all right. So one thing I did want to talk about briefly, it's not a huge deal. Really, anyway, is that Ninja won Streamer of the Year from the Esports Awards. To no one's surprise, in my opinion.
He won? No way.
What?
Like I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. If you guys didn't see, they have like Esports Award. They're a thing now since I think last year or so. And they have a bunch of different categories like Content Creator of the Year, I think like Team of the Year, Shoutcaster of the Year or something. Streamer of the Year is one of the categories. Ninja won that. Actually, Tyler 1 came apparently very close to being Ninja, which is pretty surprising.
For the Personality of the Year, right?
No, was it? I thought it was for Streamer of the Year. But Ninja won a couple categories. It was not just Streamer of the Year. I think he won Personality as well. But I know that Tyler 1 was within a couple thousand votes of Ninja, which given their sizes is a pretty big deal. But in any case, I thought we should bring it up since it is technically news related to streaming in the past year. He wasn't actually at the conference to accept his award. He had like a video recorded to accept it, which I mean, I kind of understand given that it's Ninja, but anyway, saw it coming for a little while, and I think there's no one more deserving. I think I can agree, or I think that. I don't know about you guys. I think
so. He won at least 2 different ones.
Yeah, I think it was Personality and Streamer.
That's what it was. I don't know how I feel about like Streamer of the Year, yeah, because he's grown so much and he's done amazing things for Twitch. But okay, hold up. Personality of the Year goes to the one guy. He doesn't talk to his chat, and there's no like he plays like. There's so many other streamers. Like I'm not talking about me or small streamers or anything like that, but there's so many large streamers on Twitch that like have an actual stream personality for one. And like talk to their chat and everything, but like I don't know. It just bothers me. I'm sorry, I had to go on a rant for a second. It's just
he I mean, he definitely has a personality though. I don't like it. I have Ninja followed. Like I'll go in there for like 5 minutes and then realize I don't want to be in here and I'll leave. But it's not for me, but he definitely has a personality. Whether he doesn't have a huge interaction with his chat, I mean, come on, like how much interaction can you truly have with a chat of like 100,000 viewers all the time? Like you got to be realistic about it. I get that, and I know there's definitely better personalities out there because I watch other people over him, obviously. but he does have a personality. Have you ever watched him do
True.
his pawn dance? I
But
think
I'm
it's the
saying, like-
weirdest thing in the freaking
Agreed.
world, but people love it. People go nuts over it, and they do it with him. But like
Right.
that dance, when I first saw it, I was like, what is going on right now? But people love it. There's things people like about Ninja and his personality, and he does weird stuff with his hair, and I don't it's not for me, but
Right.
it's for a lot of 14-year-old people, which, you know, are his audience. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was wrong when I said like he doesn't have personality, but like to be personality of the year on Twitch, like that's just like, I don't know, that's just streamer of the year. I 100% agree with. Like there's no question for what he's done on Twitch and how much he's grown and like the amount of like success he has and everything he's done on Twitch is insane. I'm not taking anything away from him, but as far as like just personality, like streamer, like personality of the year, like that one just, it just feels weird to me that he got that.
Yeah,
I just think it's all the hype around him.
He's doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff that has never been done before too. I think is sort of where the personality comes into it, because he's doing stuff beyond just Twitch now. He's also one of the biggest YouTube streamers, or well, content creators. He's doing like those ads you saw with Samsung. He's doing like the Red Bull stream out of the office type things.
He's on the Ellen show.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things to move beyond Twitch, which makes me think why he was picked essentially. Although I think it is just a popularity contest, which would also explain why it was him. But I do kind of get the sense of like, you think of like a personality in other contexts for other, whatever else you want to look at, like sports or entertainment, like people doing a lot of things and kind of being like a public figure. I think Ninja has done that a lot, as like, you think of like who's the face of Twitch and it's Ninja. So when he's at events doing things, he's kind of representing Twitch and streaming as a personality. So that's sort of where I think it all comes together. But I agree with you that there's a lot of competition on Twitch. And if you're literally just looking at the word like personality, there might be other contestants on Twitch that deserve that more. And even outside Twitch, really.
Who won it last year? Was it Doc?
He won
Dr.
streamer.
Disrespect.
Yeah. I don't know who won personality.
Who won personality?
Anybody know?
Look.
Because I feel like it's things like that too. Because it's always subjective as well. Because, like I said, there's people who love Ninja, think he has a great personality, and I can watch him for 5 minutes and be done. It just depends on who's watching more and if they have the majority of the vote. You know? Yeah, exactly.
So I think because it's a popularity contest, that definitely factors in a lot to it. It's also weird because, I mean,
do people vote on that, or is it judges? I think
it's a mixture, but there's definitely like a people vote for it, because you'll see like the streamers tweet out, "Hey, vote for me on this thing," or "Go check this out." So it's also just a weird thing as a whole, the whole awards conference ceremony type thing, because they're kind of, it's like a grassroots type thing, it seems like, and they're just like creating it out of thin air. I don't know. It's interesting, and I think it's a cool thing to have, but it seems like the whole award ceremony has a lot of time and needs a few years to kind of get to the point where it's more widely accepted. Because it seems like it's just some random org giving out awards arbitrarily to streamers and esports people. But it's not like actually an industry. Like, no one is like, I'm going to get streamer of the year this year or something from, I don't even know what the award ceremony is called. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's my point there.
Well,
it doesn't have the same weight as like the Oscars or.
Well, yeah, and until it gets bigger, you're literally gonna have maybe, I don't know how many nominees you get, but like, say you literally gonna have the same 10 people in it every single year until, you know, there's more people who might be bigger streamers, because you're never gonna, unless they give an award to like best small streamer, like, you know, you're not gonna like most improved streamer, like they're not gonna really have awards for that right now. But so you're gonna see the same people being nominated year and year, so you might have a little bit of difference in who wins it based on how they did that year, but it's gonna be the same people. And it's different in like the real world with like CMAs or Oscars and stuff like that. You have so many good actors, so many good artists and stuff like that. You have the chance to completely change it when someone new comes into the scene.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more of a variety of people. Even though you see people who win it year after year, it's still I think a bigger pool of people that have a chance at actually participating.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. Val, do you have anything you want to add there?
No, I mean, I went and looked up to see who got Personality of the Year last year, and it was somebody by the name of, I'm just gonna spell it. It's SJOKZ.
Oh, Shocks. Yeah,
Shocks?
she's a League of Legends kind of like commentator / interviewer /
Okay. Yeah, so she got Personality of the Year last year.
Gotcha. Okay. That one was deserved in my opinion.
Okay. I know nothing of
but yeah, anyway, just thought we should bring that up since it is streamer news and it matters. We're kind of like getting close towards the end of the show here. I know it's been kind of quicker since all the stuff at the beginning. But I know, so Zaifu, you were in the calls earlier. You moved out. If you want to come back on and talk about stream coaching, please feel free to, because I know you told me you had a kind of a take to bring up close to Lirik side. Or anybody else wants to cover stream coaching who hasn't already hopped on to talk about that. I have a few other topics we can dive into if we have time here. First of which, I'll just go ahead while we're waiting for people to jump in. The idea of planning versus executing. So this is sort of like a question for you guys and also just something to think through. So I think people kind of fall into one of two categories generally as streamers. Either you're the type of person who likes to sit back and plan everything and wait and like strategize your whole stream and just do that. Or you're the person who just likes to just go hit streaming and see what happens. And so basically I think both of those things are important, right? You have to have time to like think through what your strategy is with streaming and, you know, improve your stream, add alerts and features and things. But then you also have to actually, at the end of the day, go stream and stream consistently. So I'm curious, first of all, like which one of those two you guys would fall into? Like, is it more important for you to just stream, just hit streaming and see what happens? Or is it more important to like have a good strategy first and have everything prepared before you do that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't really prepare my stream before I go and do it. I like to do certain things before I start a stream, as far as like just I like to make sure I wake up a certain amount of time beforehand and maybe get a cup of coffee in before I start the stream. But other than that, like when I hit start, like I don't have any idea of like how the stream exactly is gonna go. I don't decide like, hey, I should just do IRL for the first, or just chatting or whatever it is for like the first 30 or 45 minutes. I kind of just go with the flow. It kind of makes it a little bit more natural, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I like to just see what the moment is and just go with that.
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. That's what I guess too. Khalisi, which of these two categories do you think you'd fall into more?
Yeah, pretty similar. I mean, I definitely do things to prepare, and it doesn't always work out. Like, make sure OBS runs, which it always doesn't, and then make sure I got what game. I about as far as I go with planning is probably what game I'm gonna play, or who I'm playing with and stuff. Because like a lot of times I'll plan out for games like shooters or Black Ops and stuff like that. I don't really like to play solo unless I just go in multiplayer and fool around. So a lot of times, honestly, if I don't have people to play with, I don't just start stream and be like, so who's gonna play with me? Like I wait sometimes until I have the people that I usually play with, or like someone that I normally play with available, or I might go play WoW until that time comes. So I don't I don't usually do a lot of planning aside from maybe like what game I'm gonna play, and setting up stream, of course, make sure my alerts and everything work. But usually I don't have to do that every single stream. Most of the time they work, unless it's just broken one day for whatever reason. But as far as like planning out like how to work certain things into stream, whether it be personality wise or like a joke, I just gotta set up the right way and make it great. I don't do anything like that. I just kind of let stream go how it goes. That's just, I know there's people who definitely strategize that way. Like maybe they don't plan out every single thing they're gonna say on a stream, but they might have like bullet points of stuff that they might want to hit, as far as like if you're a smaller streamer, and it can go back to like the coaching thing too. Like if you're not really sure about how you want to conduct your stream, or if you don't have many viewers, many things to talk about, as far as just relying on chat to talk and you talk with them, people can set up things that they want to talk about when there's nobody talking, or things like that to help them move their stream along and not just be dead silent if that's something they struggle with. So fortunately, I have a few chatters around, and they kind of guide things for the most part, or I'll just talk to myself. I'm pretty good at that, but
yeah, the reason.
But yeah, I don't really plan it.
Right. Yeah. The reason I asked that is because I think, like I said, people kind of fall into like one category or the other by default. Like I know a lot of streamers, I think this is probably the majority of people. A lot of people will just keep streaming every day, and they kind of see it like the more I'm streaming, the more I'm growing. Like I just need to stream as much as humanly possible. And like, while there's some truth to that, you'll see a lot of people who just do the same thing and like stream as much as they can and go nowhere because they're not changing anything. But they're like, well, the problem is I'm not streaming enough. I just need to stream more. And so they do the same thing continuously, streaming whatever game to 2 viewers or 0 viewers, thinking that the only way to grow is to stream more. When in reality, that person needs to take a step back and actually do some research and strategy and thinking through their stream. And then you have people at the opposite end who spend so much time researching and strategizing and listening to podcasts or watching videos that they never actually stream. So just something I wanted to bring up, like think about which of those 2 categories that you are, and then think about like if you should put some more time into the other thing, whether that's researching, educating, strategizing, or just actually streaming more often, because both of them matter. So want to bring that up. I see Zaifu is waiting in the call, so let's drag him in here really quick.
What's up, Mike?
This is Zaifu. Hello. He's muted right now, but
he is muted. Oh. No, he's not.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What you want to talk about today?
The whole Lirik thing.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. I don't think he's like necessarily wrong. I think he just like in his tweet, let's take his tweet here. He said, if you need a coach for live streaming, I don't think live streaming is for you. You also can't teach luck. I think he's taking like a coach, like literally, like, you know how in like basketball or something, how the coaches are more like involved. I don't think like a stream coach, I think he's thinking of it as like they're doing everything for you and like setting up, and all you have to do is stream, when it's just like help, like suggestions, like what can you improve.
Right.
I also think he's like obviously he's an old school like streamer, and I think most of the other like older Twitch streamers had like kind of the same idea as him, that you can't get like any help, and like if you're talented, then like you'll grow.
Yeah. So seeing it differently, like someone kind of like standing behind you, helping you stream in real life almost. As opposed to like more indirect strategy stuff, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more like an advisor than like a coach, if you're trying to see it in that perspective.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the way I'm taking it, he's thinking is like he's setting up your stream labels, he's setting up like chat bots, all this stuff. When I still think it's like the streamer that's doing that, but someone like helping them with it instead of doing it for them. That's what I'm kind of saying. Gotcha.
So you think Lirik sees stream coaching more as like someone doing the work for you instead?
Pretty much. And then the streamer just streams and shows basically what the coach already did for you in terms of.
I wish people did that for me.
No, that's a good point, because
being like an old streamer, he thinks that the streamer should all do that like by himself, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely like if you look at the last however many years he's been on Twitch, he's definitely had to learn a lot of that stuff himself, right? And go through like the hard work of being there when Streamlabs wasn't as pretty as it was now, or whatever other software you want to use. There was a lot of work to learn that, I'm sure, and come up with new ideas. So
exactly.
Yeah, I could see some frustration with like now it's being handed to you on a service that you don't have to put any thought or work into. I gotcha. Yeah, see, that's another reason why I think he probably didn't look into it enough. on
sure
whether
he
this
didn't.
is true, whether he thought that and thought it was just like a pay to win type thing. But yeah, I'd agree with you. Like if stream coaching were that, then that would be a problem. But I don't know any coaches who are doing that. Like, because that's not even stream coaching. That's almost like similar to view botting, if that makes sense. Like you're paying for people to fix your stream for you or make your stream better somehow without putting in any work.
Stream maintenance, basically.
Yeah, sort of.
The only way I could see being pay to win is if like it was a big streamer offering the services, and at the same time they offer like help with your success. Like maybe they give you a few hosts every now and again and help try and throw viewers at you. That's the only way I could really see it being pay to win, because at the end of the day, they can coach you, they can give you advice, they can help you try and like fix your stream, but at the end of the day, you're the one hitting the go live button, you're the one in front of the camera, and you got to make it happen. You got to get viewers into your stream. So
right, yeah. So I think it's a good point though, because that's the thing that we don't know is like we don't really know what Lirik actually thinks of it, and a lot of people asked him for more explanation on why he thinks that. Of course, he didn't answer anyone, so it's tough to know. We're kind of going off guessing here, but.
Did you also see TSM Myth's tweet that I sent you?
No, so I can't check Discord now. What did he say?
So he said, let me bring it up real quick, 1 second.
I'll pull it up here too on my phone.
He said, oh god, it's a long tweet. I don't know if you guys want me to read the whole thing, but basically what he says is that he blew up literally overnight. I think he had like a Fortnite stream with like Daquan or something. And he didn't know what to do next, because you blow up, but you don't really know what to do. And he says, of course, TSM swooped me up. And
let me read the whole tweet here, because this is actually really good. When did this come out?
It's super good.
This was yesterday, actually. I guess I missed this. He said, I see a lot of bashing on stream coaches, but to be completely honest, I kind of like the idea of this. Here's my take. I blew up literally overnight. I had no context, no help, no clue on how to find information about what steps I should take next. Of course, TSM swooped me up and helped me more than anyone I could imagine could have helped. With those steps on how to continue doing this successfully. Stream coaches shouldn't be advertised as someone who will help you reach fame and fortune on Twitch, but if TSM didn't pick me up and I could have paid someone X amount of dollars to help me figure out what steps I need to take without contractual obligations, I sure as hell would. There's a lot that TSM taught me that helped me navigate how to be a better streamer, basically. So Myth is actually very in favor of stream coaching, because essentially it sounds like he got a similar service from TSM by being signed, which is really good to hear.
If TSM didn't pick him up, he wishes, like, it's big that he said, like, I wish someone would help me out if TSM didn't pick me up.
Yeah, and I think his situation is probably not going to be very common. I would think there'll be some people who definitely like blow up a little bit more than they expect, but it is good to hear that, like, even because I think stream coaching is generally thought of for people who are not having success, right? Who are like struggling to get anywhere and need that help. He's kind of the opposite situation where he's having so much success that he doesn't know what to do. So that's kind of a cool thing to think about with stream coaching as well. It can really help both sides of that spectrum.
And it doesn't have to be like a big blow up, like even 10 viewers and you blow up to like 150 viewers and you still don't know what to do, like how to progress your stream. It doesn't need to be like a big blow up in terms of like 10 viewers to like 25,000, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
It's just they're taking only one side of it, like just purely about streaming, because it's all about how much knowledge you have in something you're doing, something you're trying to make successful. Because if none of those big streamers do not have managers behind them, financial advisors, things to do with all their success, know what to do with all their money and like how to invest it correctly and make it, like they even Ninja, his wife is the one who's sitting on the phone while he's streaming, taking care of all of his like his business end of it. And he might not have got a coach from a streaming standpoint, but he definitely had to deal with all the success of it through other aspects. And it might be and it was the same for Myth. If he didn't have TSM to be like, help, I got all these viewers, but I'm not necessarily the best person to know what to do with him. You know, like he got help that way, and like he can appreciate the value in the coach because he, you know, he was drowning and had some help via TSM, and
Yeah.
to say they do it all on their own is a lie. No way.
Yeah,
The big
nobody
streamers,
does.
they have help. They have a help. It's just not with how they go about their stream. And I guarantee you they've had advice probably in that direction too. Like I'm sure Ninja has had some sort of advice on how to conduct his stream now that he's gotten so big, because he definitely changed, right? He's not the same person as when he was streaming H1Z1 and he was toxic and say, I've seen some clips, man, that if you put that on Samsung's page and you tagged him in it, it would be disastrous. Like some of the things he says, like it's not something he would do now with a viewer base of like children.
I'm sure Lirik's gotten help too, so I don't know why he's. It's kind of like he made like a blind tweet without even doing any research.
That's the thing. And you can even tell Myth gave more thought to it, just like, even though it was kind of a series of tweets that seemed like he was just thinking through it, even that I think is better because he took the time to think through how it actually would be useful. So I'm curious to see if Lirik will follow up on this at all, whether he'll like double down on it or dial back a little bit. My guess is he'll double down on it, but we'll see. Or maybe he'll just leave it unaddressed. I
think he like literally saw like stream coaching and he was just like, I didn't have this back then. Like it's not fair at all. And he just made like a blind tweet just without doing any research about it and like what it's all about. I
wouldn't say he thought it wasn't fair, but like,
okay, yeah, maybe not that.
I would think he'd be like, what was the point of this? Like if you don't need to be coached, how can you teach someone how to be more entertaining? What?
Yeah.
But and that like maybe as a gut response that you can kind of see that, but then you take the time to think about it for a couple minutes and it makes more sense.
Absolutely.
Yep. Cool. Well, thank you for the call, Zaifu. Anything else to add?
No. I just gotta say, I think Greens in Italy is probably the best in NA.
Hey. Thanks, BB.
All right. See you guys later.
See you, dude. Thanks for the call. All right. Well, I think we're pretty close to wrapping up for today. This was one of our really good show, I think, to have just to be able to discuss this topic with everybody. And I think, Khalisi, it was honestly great to have you on to give like some contrasting opinions and things. So we'll definitely have to have you back on again in the future. So thanks for being on.
Oh boy.
If you're up for it, I'm not going to force you. But
I'm trying. I'm asleep. No, no, it was pretty fun. Sweet. Just gotta get in the mindset of waking up early to do it. I'm usually awake, but I'm not awake, you know, like I don't have intriguing, in-depth conversations at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm still waking up. It's fun.
Gotcha. Anything else that you want to say to people before we head off here? Like where they can find you, anything you want to plug?
Well, you can find me at KhalysiTV. Pretty sure the name's there on the stream. VELO. No, I'm just kidding. Don't go there. No, but I'm there. My schedule is random at the moment. But you can go to my channel and there's the Discord link there, and usually I'll have a shout out there whenever I'm getting ready to go live. But things are all over the place for me right now, so I don't usually do the schedule, which is the recommended thing. But I'm doing my own thing. Yeah, I play WoW. It's real entertaining.
Sounds like you need a coach.
Black Ops 4 is mostly that, and WoW is pretty much what I play right now. So
beats. Go check her out, guys, for sure. And thanks again for coming on. Real quick, guys, I see people asking about Discord in the chat. If you want the stream key to Discord, that is actually !stream key. The Discord from the command is actually the TRUgaming Discord. I encourage you to join them both, but if you want to be in the stream key one, join that one that Vel just posted, please. Speaking of, Vel, thank you for coming back on again, dude. Anything that you want to say or plug before we head off?
No, just thanks for being here, guys. We really like this, and really like all the questions and topics and everything. It's really cool. It lets us vent a little bit. I know I don't like to get into the heated discussions as much on my own channel, so I come here and
Drop all the
give my
spice.
opinions. Yeah, exactly. Leave all the spicy memes on this side a little bit. So yeah, thanks guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out. It's awesome.
Yep, absolutely. By the way, we probably will not do this next week since it is Thanksgiving week, and I'll be gone. I imagine you guys, well, Vel might be somewhere too. So we'll be back with Fun on Friday the following week, but I think we'll probably still do After Dark next week if you guys want to catch that with Snoop and Miss Fatal Kisses at night. All the info for the schedule and stuff is both on Twitter and in the StreamKey Discord, so join those if you want to keep up with the show. And you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, name any app that you like to listen to stuff. We're on there, YouTube and Twitch as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to raid someone, and we'll be back on round 2 for the community stream. With that said, we'll see you guys later. Adios.